EduKV, let's come together to learn.
Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel EduKV. Today we are going to study about the 6th chapter of class 9th science biology, that is tissues. In this chapter you will be able to learn about the tissues, difference between plant and animal tissues, and in brief description about the plant tissues. Okay, let's start one by one. First one is the tissue. As all of you know that tissues are the group of cells that have similar structure and they act together to perform a specific function. Okay, actually tissues are group of cells and having similar morphological structure, but they perform a specific function for our body. And next point is, are the plant and animal tissues are made up of same type of tissues? Actually, plant and animals, they have certain different type of functions. On the basis of their differences, on the basis of their functions, their types of tissues are prevalent, are different. Actually, as you know, the plants are stationary or fixed, so they possesses different type of tissue. Animals, they can move, they possesses different type of tissues. Same way in plants, the growth is limited in region, not everywhere. So in animals, the growth in every part of the body. In plants, it requires less energy to survive and it requires more energy to survive. Why it requires more energy to survive? Because animals can move, can change their position from one point to another point. And in plants, most of the tissues are dead, while in case of the animals, most of the tissues are alive. So on the basis of these differences, these characteristics differences, tissues are of mainly two types. First one is the plant tissue, another one is animal tissue. Okay, as you know that the plant tissues are major, two different types of plant tissues are there. First one is the meristematic tissue, another one is the permanent tissue. Meristematic tissues, actually, as its name indicate, meristematic, they are the simple living tissues and having the capacity of division, and they form new cells. Means in plant cell, in a plant, meristematic tissues are only responsible for division, and so the new cells will form, and it's present in mainly the growing regions of the plant, such as root, growing branches. Here meristematic tissues are prevalent or present mostly, and the meristematic tissues are of major three different type. First one, apical meristem, second one, intercalary meristem, and the third one is the lateral meristem. As its name indicate, apical meristem. Apical meristem means they are present on the apices, apex portion. Okay, they are present on the growing tips of the stem or root. They are growing tips of the stem or root. They are mostly present here, and these tissues leads to the elongation of stems and root. Due to the presence of these tissues, plant will grow or plant will lead to the elongation of stems and root, and this evolved in primary growth of plants, and it is responsible for the primary growth of plants. That means to increase in the size. Now second point is the intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem is another type of meristem which is present at the internodal region. Take an example, this is an internodal region and it is a part of apical meristem which is left behind during growth. It is a part of apical meristem and it left behind during growth, and it helps in longitudinal growth of the plant. Again, intercalary meristem is also responsible for longitudinal growth of the plant. And apart from this, there is another third, that is known as third type of meristem, lateral meristem. And this lateral meristem actually present in the longitudinal axis of the plant. They are present here, that is longitudinal axis, and it gives rise to the vascular tissue. Vascular tissue, as all of you know, xylem and phloem are the examples of the vascular tissue. They are responsible for the transport of water, minerals and food material. Okay, now this tissues, that means meristematic, lateral meristem, they cause growth in the girth of the stem and root. They cause the growth in the stem, girth of the stem and root, and that's why they are responsible for secondary growth. I have told you two different type of growth. First one is the primary growth, another one is the secondary growth. Primary growth responsible for longitudinal development or in length, elongation of the stem and root, while the secondary growth is responsible for the expansion of girth. Okay, and then this is the point what we have already discussed about the plants and animal tissues are made up of the tissues made of same tissues. If they are not made up of the same tissue, then what are the different type of tissues may be present? First one is the animal tissue. Since animals are mobile, so that's why they are moving, or they change their position from one point to other. They require more energy, hence more living tissues are required. And the plant tissues are stationary, so they do not require much energy, hence more living tissues are not required. Okay, while animals move from one place to another, as I have already told you, they are mobile in the search of food and shelter, hence they need more energy and there are more tissues are living. While in case of the plant, most tissues provide structural strength only. They do not change their position from one point to other point, so that's why they have to provide structural strength, so they are only dead tissue. Okay, and this can provide mechanical strength, as well as the living ones need less maintenance. Then cell growth is uniformly distributed. In case of the animals, every part of the animal is being developed, or growth takes place in every part of the body, while in case of the plants, only specialized location or the certain reasons are responsible for the growth in plants. And then last point is that structural organization of organ and organ system is more specialized and complex, while in case of the plant tissue, structural organizations of organ is comparatively less complex. Take an example of digestive system. If a digestive system includes different type of organs and perform a very complex function of digestion, in the same way in the plant tissue there is no such system exists, so that's why the structural organization of organs is comparatively less complex in case of and in plant tissues. Now let's come to the end. First one, you have to make a note work, that means notebook work. Topic is, are plants and animals made up of same type of tissue? There is you have to perform all these three questions. Question number 1, 2 and 3. Are the tissues present in plants and animals are same? You have to give the answer. In unicellular organism, a single cell carries out all the functions. What about the multicellular organism? And you have to also write it down in text question number 2 from page 69. Okay, I hope you have understood all the topics. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe, like and share the channel.